Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched another episode of The Magicians. This episode was called Dangers of Advanced Spellcasting. And from the first episode when we meet all of our characters and everything is solidified, Break Bills is introduced and we get a nice background backdrop of everything that's going on and how the curriculum works, and they actually explain more about the curriculum in this particular episode. Is fascinating. And of course, this is another episode where Alice, she learns that she's a fossilomancer, and that's basically a light bender, and her power is really, really awesome. It's just radical, and it's just the most fascinating thing I've ever seen, and it's quite remarkable. And we know that Elliot's one of the physical kids, and they make this concoction in their dormitory that literally makes you forget. An alcoholic concoction. You know, it's kind of funny in the satirical sense, because in the real world, alcohol sometimes does indeed make you forget why you were doing what you were doing and what you were doing. The whole purpose of actually, why did you take that drink in the first place, and then you rue the day. But this episode was very revealing, especially about another character. I forget his name, but he's the one that Quentin had the altercation with in the previous episode. I can't remember his name, but he is told by one of the headmasters, the one who lost his eyes to the beast. Yeah, just plucked him right out of his skull. First episode, by the way. That he is not only a psychic, but he's the rarest of the rare. He's a traveler. He can go wherever he pleases, and sometimes he can go whenever he pleases to other dimensions. And then he mentions if it doesn't kill you first, and of course he just says, you know, his head hits the back of the seat in the car, and I thought, of course, it always, I'm gonna imitate Rumpelstiltskin here, magic always comes with a price, dearie. But it's so true, and I kept thinking of that phrase in this particular series. And of course the students are told there's a fountain outside on the campus that is severely enchanted, and the psychics, there are only two psychics that are together. There are other psychic students, but they're different. They have different talents, but they like it because it's bottomless. And Alice talks about suicides that happened there. In the first episode, that's actually what brought the beast in when they were trying to summon her brother, and she thought maybe this is another way to get Charlie to come back. And it wasn't Charlie, it was another entity that took upon his form, some kind of demon, this electrical, sinister anomaly that became incarnate. And I thought, oh, this is bad. And of course Quentin's there and he says, Alice, that's not Charlie. And I thought, no, it's not. Run away. Why are you walking toward him? I was actually talking to my television. I usually don't do that, but I got so invested in this episode. It was just mind-alteringly insane. And just this writing is unreal. It's so meticulously done, and it moves seamlessly from one scene to another. And of course, I figured since first episode that Jules and Quentin had a relationship together, and he actually admits to her that they were different, and they always had their togetherness due to the books about Fillory that they read. And previous episode, Quentin he's encountered by that schoolgirl from his childhood fantasy books, mind you, and she says to him, it's not a fantasy, Fillory's real, and he created it. And I thought, oh my dear Lord God. And I thought, okay, this is creative physics, metaphysics, theoretical physics, quantum physics, all rolled into one, and it's absolutely breaking the barriers of my mind. And I thought, okay, here I am, a three-dimensional being, not even able to understand my own dimension, let alone fourth dimension, let alone fifth dimension, let alone 11 other dimensions out there that they know of. And this whole idea of being a co-creator, yeah, that the whole idea of the words being power, and yeah, there is a lot of clout to be held with that, and this series just is another indication of that. And this is why I can't begin to recommend it more than what I can, and explaining it the way I do. It's nothing short of absolutely astonishing. It is just exemplary. And I can't wait until the next episode. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao tutti!